What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video, and this one's not a terribly eventful war, as you can see. 102 to 68, pretty wide margin of victory. I will go through their attacks. They did use most of them, so we will give them that respect. But obviously struggled with our bases. I'm not sure if they even had a 3-star. We'll see as we go through them, but I sort of don't think so. More or less a farming plan. Just doing it for the experience, I assume. Oh, they did get one on Ivan down there. Besides that, no 3-stars. Us, on the other hand, got most of the 3-stars. You see, we were just 3 away from a perfect war there. Some of their Town Hall 10s just couldn't quite get it done. But several Town Hall 10 3-stars, and then all Town Hall 9s, obviously 3-star as well. So good job to everybody at OneHive. We'll get right to some attacks here. Let's start at the top, and we will work our way down. Let's go all the way up to the top 3-star we got, which was Tim, taking on their number 2. Not a normal base you would see at Town Hall 10, really, in my opinion. Tim comes in with the quad quakes there, opens up that compartment. You got a very exposed queen here, and he comes in with 1, 2, 3, 4, was that 5 golems, maybe 6 there. I don't know if I caught the 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5 maybe. Golems. He does have the 1 P.E.K.K.A, but I wouldn't call this a go wipe because he doesn't use it in the core. He doesn't come at it like that. Just drops the golems down. Let the king and queen come in there. Wizards are going around the outside, and then drops the P.E.K.K.A around the outside just for cleanup and I guess a little bit extra tanking there. Takes out the CC troops, takes out the queen, gets on that first inferno tower, dropping the rage there. The king gets in there, starts doing some work. The queen's backing him up. The core gets taken out pretty quickly, honestly, and it's so much tanking in there with all those golems. So then from there, just dropping these minions down around the bottom, around the outside, cleaning up some of these trash buildings. And as the main kill squad works their way through, takes out that last Inferno tower, that's the major threat gone at this point because the rest of the defenses aren't that high level. Pretty much Town Hall 9 level defenses is what he's looking at from here. You see the P.E.K.K.A out there on their outside, working its way around, sort of protecting those wizards, letting them take out some more defenses as they go. Still has that Queen's ability there, so this level 3 Expo is about to go down right there. And again, it just keeps getting better. The more defenses he takes out, the less threat there really is for his queen, being the level 40 queen she is and having that ability in the bag. Still got some golems doing some tanking. Still has those wizards working their way around in that P.E.K.K.A sort of rerouting, but still has the P.E.K.K.A in the bag there. We'll start to fast forward a little bit here because it slows down. But the queen works her way through that wall, uses the queen's ability, and just takes out those last few defenses. And that is that. Gets the 3-star. Excellent job to Tim. Just good job, man. Keep it up. All right. Let's go down just one here and look at Griff taking out number 3. This is more of a traditional, you got the box inside of a box, but he even has that center box segmented. But more traditional, what you're going to see Town Hall 10s do these days. Comes at it with just some giants and then some wall breakers to open up, get that king, get right to that defensive queen, and some more wall breakers to let everything into that core. Almost gets it open, has to drop one more wall breaker and gets it in there and finally opens all. The king actually opens everything up there. The queen's up top. She already grabbed 1 air defense. The king got an air defense. No, has not got an air defense. The king got the defensive queen. So got that taken care of. Now he's coming in with his lava hound part of the attack. He's got relatively exposed air defenses here is what's really helping him out. He can get to him very quickly with his balloons. Comes in really heavy on the balloons on the first side there. He wants those balloons to get in, get to that core, start taking out those Inferno towers. You see he comes in with this horseshoe pattern on this haste spells. That's just to keep those balloons moving between those defenses very quickly, and then boom, send them straight into that core. Has the freeze and the rage waiting on them. Really wants that extra damage on those Inferno towers. Really good timing on his freeze spells, if you ask me. Again, all those balloons from that first wave, that's the reason he went heavy on it, all going straight to the core and taking out those Infernos and everything else in that core. Then just a few back-end balloons. Doesn't have a tank there for as far as a Lava Hound for that last air defense. Doesn't need it. He's got that many balloons left over. Just absolutely crushed that base. Just rolled over it, honestly. So very, very nice attack by Griff. Just keep up the good work, man. Our Town Hall 10s really do a good job every war. They just get better and better, if you ask me. All right, looking at one more. Let's go down here to Tate, taking out number 6. Getting, as you go down the map, obviously they get a little bit lower level, but does have some maxed out wizard towers, has level 2 inferno towers. None of these guys really had their air defenses maxed, which I think was a pretty big mistake. But actually, Tate not even using the air attack here, coming at it with hogs, you see right there. 24 hogs in the bag. He's got 3 golems. He's obviously beefy heroes and just going to take out these CC troops up here. A couple witches go down just to distract, keep everything, from targeting his DPS, keep those skeletons out front. Right there, the dragon goes down really quickly. The balloon does get over and target a wizard, but then it goes down. The queen's beating on a wall here, I think, actually, instead of targeting those defensive troops. I'm not sure why she did that, but sometimes the queen does stuff like that. Then she comes over, takes out that last balloon, and everything starts making its way into the base. King goes down. You see he's got his golems down there. He had a wall breaker fail, so those golems are going to be on that wall. That hurt a little bit, but they'll eventually get through and join the fight. Jump spell to let everything into that core, and that queen steps out. Of course, the king is going to target onto her. As soon as these skeletons go down that are distracting him, use that king's ability. She goes down. The wall breakers, the golems finally get through that wall, join the fight, start working their way in, and here come the hogs. He wanted to keep his hogs away from the right side of this base. If you draw a line straight up and down, he wants his hogs taking out the left side. He wants his kill squad taking out the right side. Very smart, because there's no giant bomb spots on the left side of the base. You'll see these hogs coming on the bottom here actually end up triggering 3 bombs. That's how dangerous that area down there was. Really wanted to keep his hogs away from that and did a pretty good job of doing it, except for those few down there at the bottom. But they got the job done, did trigger a lot of bombs for him. He's got the heal spells going down. This one down here is a single inferno, so the heals are still effective on his group of hogs, keeping them up except for the one that's being targeted. Sort of meeting in the middle here, his golems have met back up. They're doing some tanking for his hogs at this point. The queen's on cleanup duty. The king's dead. But really not a lot of threat left at this point, especially with a couple of those golems out front. His hogs just continue to work through, taking out each defense one at a time. And again, got a couple golemites left, so they do take a little bit of fire off of those hogs that allow them to get those last few defenses taken care of. And then the queen and the cleanup squad just finish off the rest. Get the 3-star. Excellent, excellent attack by Tate. Absolutely crushing that base. All right, let's check out some Town Hall 9 action. And I know you guys like these because basically all their bases were, quote, anti-2 or more internet-style bases. This was probably the most spread base they had, and Roko has a pretty nice little plan for it here because of those air defenses so close right there, right around that queen. Obviously, this goes back to what we've talked about this max attack and stuff. Anytime that there's been a base like that with a junction where you can open it up, not only can he get to those 2 air defenses, he can get to the rest of them. He actually sends his GoLaLoon in quicker than I probably would have, but I think that one of the main reasons he does that is because it's Lava Hound popping out of the CC. I think had that not popped out, if it had been a dragon or something that would have gone down a little quicker, he would have waited, let his kill squad get in there, and maybe take out a 3rd or even a 4th air defense. But he's got the Lava Hounds for it. He's got 3 Lava Hounds. He drops the first 2 down, goes in and starts sending these balloons in. It's also protecting his troops from getting flanked here, because you see his queen's already being targeted by that wizard tower. So everything's going in, keeping the haste spells down. Right here, before they even get in range, that 2nd air defense does go down. So queen's down, CC troops are pretty much down, except for a few pups, and the 2 air defenses are down. That's what he wanted to get. Comes in from each side with targeted balloons on all those defenses, has all his Lava Hounds busted at this point, but pretty much just crushes it. And the queen coming in, helping with cleanup here. He's got pups spread out along the base. That's good. Only a few defenses left, but just enough balloons to get the job done. That air sweeper being a little bit annoying there, but not that big a deal. They finally take it out. The queen comes up, pokes it down, and that's that. He'll start the cleanup process. 30 seconds left, but, got a good spread on his troops, really. Not a lot of troops left, but a good spread on his troops. They weren't all targeting the same buildings, which obviously helped him get it all done in time. Good job, Roko. All right, let's get another one here. Holy Buck taking on number 11. I'm telling you, he gets a lot of airtime, but he does the redheads, and I know you guys like it, and I like watching them, so it's just the way it is. HB taking on their number 11 with a GoVaHo, and I guess maybe call it a low. The balloons really didn't play a very big role in this, so I would just call it a GoVaHo. Comes in from the top, golem's going down, drops his wizards, creates that funnel, wall breakers, obviously a jump right into the core there. No, did not bring a poison for the CC. What did he just not bring a dark spell? I don't know if he forgot or just didn't think he needed it or what, but did not bring a dark spell. Very interesting. Could have had a poison for those CC troops, but anyways, just takes care of them the old-fashioned way. Then sends the Lava Hounds. Then sends the Valks in with the jump spell and has that rage waiting on him there. Uses the King no, he drops the heal spell for him, keeping them alive, and then coming in from the sides with his hogs here. Just targeted hogs, really wanting to collapse everything in. Again, that also protects his Valks and his heroes, keeps them from getting flanked very heavily when you come in from the sides like that, sort of a protection for them. So that's really nice. Again, drops that last heal spell down, keeping up his Valks, keeping up his hogs that are in that section. And then right there, those few balloons do go down, but again, didn't play a huge role. He could have had hogs there just as easily. But chose the balloons, and they work fine. Just ran to the air sweepers a little bit, but as soon as those go down, take out those last few defenses, and then it is just cleanup time, which he has plenty of troops left over for. You see, he's still got redheads up, still got both heroes up, got minions, wizards, looking good. Gets the 3-star. Excellent attack, Holy Buck. All right, let's look at one more. We won't spend a whole lot of time on this war because it just wasn't a very close one. Dr. J Murder, new member, so welcome, and welcome to the channel. Really nice job here, because again, these are these bases that are the people I know, because there's times I screw up on. I screwed up on them twice this war. I had a terrible war. Both my attacks were rushed. I was still feeling sick and just threw them together in a few minutes, and it obviously showed. But they're quote internet bases, or we think of them as easy, but they're still easy to screw up on. I mean, you still got to have a good game plan for them. And I'm going to show something on a cleanup from this war as well that I think is a mistake that I make and a lot of people make, because we're so used to these anti 3-star bases. Sometimes it's hard to go back. But you see that J Murder here just sends in a few golems, creates that funnel, drops that quake down, opens up that compartment. Again, you got easy access to 2 air defenses here, the Queen, the CC troops, all that's going to get taken care of. And then he's got just a good old-fashioned GoLaLoon for the rest of the base. The standard rule of however many air defenses you have left, plus 1 lava hound. So he's got 3 lava hounds. He knows he's going to have 2 air defenses taken care of. The Queen's taken care of. The CC troops taken care of. He's on autopilot at this point. Start sending them in, dropping a few balloons for every defense, working his way around the base in this clockwise motion, and knows he's pretty much going to get the 3-star at that point. Still has his Queen up. She's still taking out some defenses, so that's nice. Right here, they've got 1 lava hound left, 4 loons in the bag. So just wait and let this develop a little bit on this part of the base, and then it's going to send that last lava hound in, and the rest of those balloons on the backside. And again, pretty easy 3-star here. Has a haste spell left in the bag. Can send that in. Probably going to put it right there over those inferno or the Teslas. To get those balloons moving between those and that sweeper really, really quickly. And then right there, they're going to backdoor that air defense as well, take it out. And all that's left is those 2 archer towers down there to worry about. But he's got 2 lava hounds and a bunch of balloons. No need to really worry. We'll fast forward because definitely going to take everything out and get the 3-star. And ends up with 2 lava hounds left over. So, that's not ideal. You don't want to have 2 lava hounds, but J Murder makes it work and has plenty of time for the cleanup. So good job there, buddy. All right, guys, that is it for this one. Hopefully, we'll be having I know we've got a war scheduled for this weekend. So coming up, maybe might be a few boring wars between now and then, but we will have another arranged matchup for you guys' viewing pleasure. So hope you're looking forward to that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, Jake from OneHive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.